What's up, graphic designers, and welcome to day 2 of this Venn diagram project. And here we have an example created by Winnie a couple years ago where she merged Loki, Steve, and Bob the Builder. And remember, what we're going to be thinking about is that within each overlapping circle, you're going to be combining attributes that they have in common. And today I'm going to give you a quick example of if we're going to merge Mac and Peter. Maybe we're going to make a Macter, maybe we're going to make a Pac. The first thing I'm going to do is actually share with you a question that Mac had. How do you get the individual within inside this element of the circle? That's a great question. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the Venn diagram layer. I'm going to use the magic wand. I'm going to switch to Peter Griffin and then layer mask. Easy freaking peasy. I'm going to use the magic wand. We're going to make sure that we're on the Venn diagram layer, and I'm going to switch to Mac, layer mask, and it's sequenced in there nicely. Now, the question you guys may have is how exactly does this work? That's a great question. Well, I'm going to press Command J, and what I'll do is I'll simply delete the layer mask, and we're going to have something that looks a little bit like this. And maybe right here what we can do is simply use the quick selection tool or the object selection tool, and we're going to make a selection, and then we're going to apply a layer mask. Okay, beautiful. Now here is what I know. The first thing that I'm going to do is touch up a few of these things right here, making sure that we're on the right layer. All right, this looks good. And actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't even really matter, because what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate all these facial characteristics. So I'm going to use the elliptical marquee, and I'm going to make a selection right over his eye. You'll notice that I'm on the Mac layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to press right click and then content aware fill. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, and we're going to press OK. Whoa, that looks weird. I'm going to return to the Mac layer, and check this out, guys. So now, all right, I'm using the elliptical marquee, and I'm going to have to add to selected, and I'm going to get a bunch of different elements. So we're going to get his eyes, his eyebrows, his nose, like so. This is going to look weird. All right, and we're just going right along the perimeter, so it's going to look a little something like this. And then just like before, we're going to press right click, content aware fill. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that this works out okay. We're going to press OK. Nice. Command D to deselect. And now what I'm going to do is use the eyedropper tool, B for brush. I'm going to make sure that the hardness is down to, let's say, 10%. I'm going to drop the size to around 90 pixels. And we're just going to soften it up a little bit like this. And you guys are thinking, Droves, this is so weird. It is weird. It's also kind of fun. All right. I'm going to press Command 0. Oh, man. So I might want to smooth that out a little bit more. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to jump over to the Peter Griffin layer. I'm going to use the elliptical marquee. I'm going to press Command C, Command V. And we're going to make sure that it's on top, all the way on top, because that was peculiar. Beautiful. I'm going to press V5. And we're going to we're going to drop the opacity. Then I'm going to shift it down just a little bit, because it's going to look a little something like this. This is going to be very, very silly. I'm sorry, Mac. I didn't know how silly this was going to be. I'm going to press V0 to bring it back to 100%. Command Shift U, Command L. And just like yesterday, we want the lights to be really light, and we want no grays whatsoever. We want the darks to be dark, the lights to be super light. So we desaturated. Beautiful. This looks great. I'm going to apply a layer mask. And check this out, guys. When we apply multiply, this is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm going to press B for brush, and I'm actually going to increase the hardness right now, because we want to make sure that we get rid of these details. And we're going to want to make sure that black is in the foreground. All right, so it's going to look a little something like this. Are we going to keep his ear, not keep his ear? You guys, I guess we got to get rid of his ear. Okay. This looks cool. And I'm going to press Command T. I'm going to rotate it just a tad. This is super funny. I'm going to press check to confirm. And now I'm going to zoom in. You guys, this is so silly. I'm going to use the magic wand, making sure that we're on the Peter Griffin layer. I'm going to click once. And now I'm going to hold shift. And I'm going to get his other eye. We're going to create a new layer. I'm going to press X, G for paint bucket. And is that a Pac? Is that a Macter? This is so funny. Now, how are we going to do this if we do this the other way? I think this is probably the way most of us are going to do it. But if we want to do it by having a max facial features on Peter's body, I'm going to create a selection. I'm going to shift this over. I'm going to drag this to the top. I'm going to press Command T. This is so silly. Okay. You guys. In contrast, before, it was really tricky, right? Because we were using the content-aware fill. Here, simply, I'm going to use the eyedropper tool. I'm going to go up a layer, create a new layer, B for brush. I'm going to press B, right-click, and what we want to do is just get rid of all this. Okay, this looks great. You guys, I have no idea what this is going to look like. This might look very silly, whatevs. All right, and probably can do a better job creating a selection than this. Okay, you guys. All right, and so let's see what happens. We're gonna go here. We're gonna grab this dude, and actually, what I'm gonna do is right-click. I'm gonna pull up just the regular lasso tool, which we almost never, ever use. All right, so when we press Command C, Command V, we're gonna make sure it's on top. We're gonna press Command Shift U, Command L. We're gonna have the lights super duper light, dark, so a little bit darker, few grays. Check to confirm. Let's try multiply, and now, whoa! And so now, let's try this. I'm gonna do the apply layer mask. B for brush. I'm gonna drop down the hardness, increase the size. You guys, this is so much fun. I'm having fun. You guys are in class. You're not going anywhere today. We're hanging out together. You guys are gonna be chatting with one another. You're creating the most amazing Venn diagrams. This looks so freaking funny. Okay, there we go. And now, I'm gonna press Command T. I'm gonna rotate it. And you know what? I agree with Lindina. She says we need to make it a little bit bigger. I think this is tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you have any questions. Can't wait to see your work. Good luck.